Tonight's video is brought to you by DVDs and maybe VHS, Betamax. When you want to find movies that you want to own forever, this is the way to go. You either get them on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, HD DVD, 4K, all day, every day. Find your movies, immortalize them forever. They may not last forever, but they're yours to own. And you don't have to worry about your favorite streaming service phasing them out or shipping them out or even censoring them. You could have your uncensored, your 2025 uncensored, uncensored by 2025 uncensored DVDs right here on your shelf. This is great. Look at that. They last for fucking ever. So I talked about 310 to Yuma and I talked about Public Enemies, but now we're going to talk about audio commentary tracks. Now, this is probably the only thing that you never really get on YouTube. Now, probably for purposes of copyright or whatever, but they never really do have the audio commentary on VOD. You never get, this is another reason why you should have DVDs, because you can get the audio commentary track. Now, there are audio commentaries from like Kevin Smith on like Batman Begins or other movies. It's nice to hear from somebody. It's always nice to hear from someone who could put their audio commentary. I haven't seen yet an audio commentary track that hold on. What's happening here? We fluctuating. We fluctuating. I don't want fluctuations. I want nice, smooth fucking video. And where you get the audio commentary on DVD or Blu-ray, but you don't get it on VOD, but maybe you could get it on VOD if it was free up on YouTube. And I think you could put it up for free on YouTube. Like if somebody said, okay, I'm going to have a commentary track. I want everyone to hear this. If you don't buy the DVDs, you don't buy the Blu-rays, but you bought it on VOD, okay, here's what you can do, okay? And somehow you can actually put that commentary side by side with it. Like, so if you have, like I have multiple devices. I have a tablet and I have a phone. So if I want to play the commentary from my phone and watch the movie on my tablet, that's great. So that's one thing. Okay. So there's so many different commentaries, but I'm going to only pick 3 because 3 is it. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. Now, these are the top 3 commentaries that I enjoy from any movies. I think at the bottom of the barrel, I will say at the bottom of the barrel, okay? Do I have a barrel? I have a barrel over there. So let me show you really quick. There's that barrel way over there. And in that barrel are my Donkey Kong shirt. But it's at that bottom of the barrel would be, I think, The Saint with Val Kilmer. Now, Val Kilmer, when he was able to speak a lot, he didn't make very good commentary. It was just lousy. Okay, not making fun of his condition now, but I'm saying when he was able to speak clearly and enunciate and all that stuff, he just couldn't really put himself out there on the commentary track. So it was The Saint was not a great movie, and it was not a great commentary, but whatever. It's just that's what it was. Okay, let's go ahead and start. And this is for the bronze medal. This is for the bronze medal. So for the bronze medal, this is Star Fox, okay? Star Fox McCloud is always in 3rd place because he's behind Zelda and Mario. But this is the bronze. Star Wars trilogy and the first 3 movies. So I didn't get this one till later. This is episode 1, right? The first DVD I got was the second one, Attack of the Clones. That's Revenge of the Sith. That was my last one. So I would get this episode 2, then the trilogy, then episode 3. But what I liked about the commentary, and by the way, I mean, this had the most extensive set of extras. I mean, if you wanted to go through extras, you would go through this. So this, as far as what gets the gold medal for extras, Star Wars had the best extras. Okay, and I think Star Wars Theory went all through those extras like it was brand new. But if you have your DVD sets, you have these things already. But who better than George Lucas? And George Lucas, and you had uh, George Lucas. Who else? Dennis Muren, right? You had the producer, right? You had Rick McCallum, and you had Ben Burt, who did the sound, right? Ben Burt, I think, is mostly retired. Ben Burt, you had Carrie Fisher for this set, the original trilogy. So Carrie Fisher was on this. Um, I'm trying to think of anybody else. Oh, Scott Squires for episode 1. And who was the guy? He did the Lego movie, the original Lego movie. He was the animation director for that. Rob Coleman, right? Rob Coleman did that. So you had a group of people. It was like a fraternity, and a fraternity of like almost like YouTube creators or YouTube creators who worked together, who had their own separate YouTube channels, but they came together. These were the original guys, okay? Much like Dave Filoni and his posse, you had the original George Lucas posse, and uh, they all made commentary for these, okay? And it really felt like a secret fraternity of people who made their own stuff. And this was before the dark times, before Disney. I mean, even the Mickey Mouse cartoons in 2014 were better than what Star Wars became in 2017, 2018. Oh, Jesus. So for the bronze medal, I would give it to all 6 movies. This would have the least amount of specials in it, but the commentary was so colorful, great. George had a great time with this. So I would say this had the best. I would say I like this a little more than the THX 1138 commentary, but this was fun. I mean, just this gets the bronze medal. And now we go to the silver medal, silver dollar. This is an actual silver dollar. How about that? So for silver medal, that goes to the Goonies. Now, not only is this not only do you have the cast of everybody except for Mama and the Fratellicas, and passed away years ago, decades ago, and the 2 guys who play the sons, they're not in this, right? So when you play the commentary, you're getting a visual, you're getting a picture in picture, just like the original Blu-ray and HD DVD stuff, right? You get a special presentation of the Goonies, of all the 6 actors, all the kids, and you get Richard Donner. And I think this is the best. Richard Donner had done audio tracks before, but this was the best of all of his audio tracks. So this is like the second best you're going to see here. You're going to hear. It goes well with this movie. And I think it's the best way to watch The Goonies, with this audio commentary, because it's not on VOD. It's not on streaming service. These audio commentaries are not on streaming service, okay? And the other thing too, I wanted to say, going back to Star Wars, okay? Let me look at Revenge of the Sith for a moment, if I have it. I don't like what they did with the Disney re-releases, where they just stuck in commentary from other videos. I like that the commentary is responding directly to the movie as they are watching the movie, okay? You had George Lucas, you had Ben Burt, you had Dennis Muren and Rob Coleman and others, and they would sit together and they would take turns watching the movie and comment directly at the movie. It wasn't like they took interviews. That's what Disney did. Fuck that. Fuck Disney doing that shit. Okay, so those are number 3. Goonies is number 2. So if you have this DVD, please get a hold of it and take a look at the audio commentary for that. And now we got number 1, the number 1 gold trophy. What is the best audio commentary? And that would have to be dun 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 dun. You got it yet? Dun 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 dun. It was a 1982 movie. You got it yet? No? All right. It is The Thing. It is The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, you only have 2 people here, okay? You got John Carpenter and you got Kurt Russell. And these 2 talk like old friends that have been around for a century or 2, okay? The scene that you see with Keith David and Kurt Russell at the end is very much, it's almost like these 2 guys It's like John Carpenter is playing Childs, the Keith David character, almost like that, right? It's like the commentary picks up where the movie left off, where these two guys are still stuck in the snow and they're just going to talk shit. And that's all they do is talk shit the whole movie. It's fun to listen to these two talk while the movie goes on. Now, I've listened to the commentary tracks for Public Enemies and 310 to Yuma, and I think this is very informative. This is okay. This is informative too. They're mostly informative, right? They're very left brain. You learn a lot from a lot of these commentaries. But this one, they just go for laughs. They go for fun. I mean, they talk about how what is it in particular? Kurt Russell had the dynamite stick in his hand. Now, there's a scene where the blue collar worker, turns into that creature after the blood tests. So everybody's jumping up and down. The guy's on the ceiling. Kurt Russell has to set him on fire, and then he runs out into the snow. So McCready has to take a stick of dynamite and throw it at him. Okay, now it's a real dynamite stick. Okay, and Kurt Russell has to be quick and throw that. This is not a stunt man. This is not a stunt double. Kurt Russell himself throws this dynamite stick and it blows up. And you could if you zoom in, you could see his reaction. It's like, holy shit. In pixels, you could see his, holy shit, right? And then they got his reaction days later. That's the kind of Easter eggs that they point out in this throughout the movie. I think that this is the best commentary you'll ever listen to. You just have so much. These two were having so much fun making this movie. Um, I think it's the best. I think this is the best commentary. I like Goonies, but I think Goonies. Taylor's more to kids, right? A little more kids and innocence, and this is more for adults. And Star Wars is kind of somewhere in the middle, but it just balances it out. But I like the Goonies more. It's more lively, and this is more adult. So that's it. These are my three top commentary tracks for movies. Okay. I'll put my own commentaries for Annihilation and Batman in the top 10. I don't know where they would go. I would say my Batman 89 commentaries in the top, 7 or 8.